and Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope that you're all doing great and having a really nice day or night whenever you are watching this. And if you don't know me, my name is Jade and I do all kinds of different art with anime sprinkled into it. So, on to this video, I'm updating my walking stick. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I've finally done it. And if you wanna know how I did it, then carry on watching. So also another thing I'd like to say is that I know most people will be doing like Christmassy content, but I wanted to do something that was important to me and still have fun and do something arty. So back to the start. I have a bad back problem that just really takes out to me. So sometimes I can't sit in one place for too long or one position, and I can't walk without a walking stick. Sometimes not even at all, but this is an everyday thing for me if I'm going out. So yeah, and I've seen loads of sticks that have like wraps on them to zhuzh them up and stuff, and I just wanted mine to be a little bit more personal, more than, smiley faces and uh flowers and stuff, which do look great. I just wanted mine to be like anime, and I thought I could do that myself. So, when looking on AliExpress, I found two anime pack stickers of like mixed anime because I didn't want just to focus on one anime or just like one character. So, because I like too many, I just like too many, too much. So I'm like Kenma from Haikyuu in a sense that I can't just pick one favorite anime. So I went through all of these stickers and put them in their own groups anime wise, and I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know all of these, but I did know them in a sense of most of them were on my watch later list. And if I didn't know it, I could tell if it was supposed to be in the same group based on and the art style. So, but I knew most of these, and most of them was on my watch list if I didn't know. Anyway, back onto the sticker thingies. I did notice that there wasn't a fairy tale pack, so I bought one separately and just added a few from that pack when to come because I did want to buy a fairy tale one for scrapbooking. But yeah, that was like a really tangent. Now on to the actual stick. So starting this, I did clean the stick because I do use this daily, and because I use this daily, I needed to make sure that it was waterproof by the end and clean right now, so there's no like dirt and mud and trapped in the under the stickers and stuff. So I cleaned that off, and then I took off the top section of the walking stick, the handle, so I'm able to like manipulate it a lot better and do one section at a time. And I use a piece of paper to actually measure the circumference of the stick and the length and the length, the length size of the piece of paper. So, and luckily all of the three sections of this section are all the same, so that was nice and easy to lengthwise. So I use this piece of paper as a guide on a placement of each of the stickers, and because they'll be over and under each other, I just wanted to know what I'd be able to see and where someone would be hiding. If you do try this, then don't forget the masking tape. And I like to dull the masking tape a little bit so it doesn't get too sticky, and when you are taking it off, it's not all like a mess and stuff like that. So you can do this, and I would say that this is a good thing. I don't know if it's just my masking tape, but it just gets a bit too sticky and rippy and gets bitty. It's weird. So Also, if you wanted to know what I'm watching YouTube, the anime AVMs, because they are just great. I like them. I do have a playlist, but I think it's on private. So if you'd like to see that, then comment below and I'll make it public for you. So after going back to the masking tape section, just make sure that when you do the masking tape bit, it's over the bit that's not visible. So it's the bit that connects the sticks together, the sections together, and don't put any stickers or excess stuff there. That's what the masking tape's there for, is to stop any excess stuff getting there, because that's supposed to be like a really tight section, and just adding stuff and layers as is just not going to let it work and connect together. As you can see, just that layer of masking tape is not letting it stick together, and that's why you need to make sure that you don't put any excess stickers there. So I finished the first section, and I have added some anime stickers that are on my watch list on the first 2 sections down below and stuff, only because I know that I'll be watching them, and I'll most like 99% I'll enjoy it and like it. So yeah. But as you can see, I keep on going to the guide, the paper as a guide, because I want to know where each image is. And like, for example, on this section where I'm working on with Hinata and Levi, like I want to hide Hinata's legs, like his feet on the Levi's shoulders, but I want to be able to see his head and Hinata's head and hand, so I can put that over Levi's head. So each section, it can get a little bit fiddly, but using that guide, that paper, I'm able to see these mistakes on that instead of sticking them down and then seeing these mistakes when they're down. But as it goes on, I notice that I start to use the paper guide a little bit less. Like, I use it for the first beginning stages, and then I slowly start to at least on the 3rd section, I start to like guide away from the paper thing. I put it all down, and then I'm like, what else can I stick here and there and stuff like that. So but if you aren't that arty, even if you are, that guide is always nice to be able to plan out. Also, when I was planning this out in the draft stages, I was going to have each section connect in a sense of, if a sticker was half on the first section, I'd finish it off in the second section, and I'm glad that this didn't work out. I thought that it'd just be too weird and fiddly and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was there. I'm glad that kind of I figured that out early on before putting the stickers down. So yeah, so this is another reason why we try and plan stuff out. Another thing that I would like to say is making sure that the placement is right. So on the bottom stickers, most of them are in the center, and then you can build that up in the middle and stuff like that. So when you've not placed the bottom sticker down right, it could skew with the rest of the design. Not much, just a tiny bit, but yeah. Along with that, I had to keep in mind that the paper was flat and the stick is not. What I'm trying to say is that I had to realize that the paper from the left and right, they were going to connect together in some way, and I did have to work on the fly to try and figure out where that was connecting, what was going underneath what, and stuff like that. But I did use this craft knifey pen thing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word, but yeah, so I did use a craft tool because I found scissors was a little bit too small and a little tricky to actually do any proper details in. So yeah, you could use little stickers, but at the same time I feel like they're a little bit too clumsy in some sections. And also, there is that little section between the handle and the stick where it connects that I was only able to place 2 stickers there because I'm short. I know where I'm going with that bit, so I can make it my stick taller. I just can't make it shorter. I've actually put a video at the end where you'll actually understand what I'm trying to say. But where the holes are at the stick, that makes it depending on how tall and short you are and how comfortable it is. And because I'm the shortest in my family, if anyone did want to borrow it, it's fine because I can make it taller and there'd just be like a gap of black shown. I just can't make it smaller, but that's fine because I'm the only one that uses this. So yeah. We're on to the actual handly bit. Now I did have a one piece sticker that fit perfectly at the top, so I was like, yes, that's going there. But I realized that the guide was actually different for this. I had to add in the holes and also it was shorter, I think, or longer. It was shorter or longer. But yeah, so I had to add in the holes, and then that's why I've got the stick next to me as well to figure out where everything is. And I tried to at one point make the stickers so the line so that I wouldn't have to cut any of the stickers out, but no, that was not the case. I had to just like roll with it, and then when I've finished, I do like use the craft tool to carve out a nice tight hole in the section so it's nice and clean. So yeah, I'm sorry it's not on screen at this section. I think I'm just trying to put it up to my I'm trying to see it a little bit better, because at this point I've, like I said, I veer away from the paper a little bit, and I just kind of stick them down and just hope for the best, and I'm really glad that it worked. um so yeah, so I'm glad that it worked, and I was able to use the craft knife to make it sure that it was all nice and clean. And I really wanted to add that black background character. I don't know him, but I do know he's from Jujutsu Kaisen. I can't say the word, but it's a really popular anime, and it's got like, and he's really popular, and I think I'd really like him. I don't know, but I really wanted to add him. He looked amazing, and it just didn't seem like it was fitting right. And I don't know why, but in the end, I thought I'll leave it. I'll do that for a scrapbooking page. I'll make sure I watch the anime, and I'll do a scrapbooking page on him. So yeah, so he will be used for something else. So at this point, I am using the craft tool, making sure everything's all nice and thingy, and I'm starting to connect it, and I'm showing all my family on Snapchat because I was so proud of this, because it's been just a normal black page stick for ages. So I will show them videos along the way, but I took off the masking tape, and then I'm able to finally actually see it all together, and I was so proud of it. It looked gorgeous. I was really happy with this. So that's the end. Not so that's the before, and then you can see the after, but this is not the end, sorry. I do have to finish the sections, and the handle I have to make it waterproof so I can use it during rain as snow, and I have been using it through rain. It's just not snowed yet, so I do know that this has worked, so I'm really happy, and I can tell you. So after taking the masking tape off, I reapply it and take it back on, and then I use Mod Podge. So this again, use masking tape to make sure that you don't get any excess on that, and you're able to peel off or wipe off any in that little area. So I had a thin layer of Mod Podge each time. Nice and thin, don't go too thick, really nice and thin, only so you can see it, and then you can wait until it's clear in the next 20 to 30 minutes. This is probably the longest of this one, but I put on about 6 thin layers, maybe 7, and let it dry for an hour, well, half an hour to an hour each time. Some sections might have been longer. This is probably the longest part. Just make sure each layer is thin. Also, if you get any on the masking tape, just carefully wipe it off. I'm just saying this because if you let it dry and you come and you peel it off with the masking tape, it might peel off altogether, and then that would be a mess and stuff like that. And you're trying to stop problems cropping up just in case. And I had my little helper helping me here. I have the handle connected to the actual stick itself, so I'm able to put the Mod Podge in the places that it needs to be, and using a cotton bud to clear out all the excess in the holes if it gets inside and stuff like that. So then I let this dry and then add another layer on, and that is about it after. And that is about it after you've done, the amount of cuts that you think is good enough. I did 6. You could probably do more, but once it's all dried and stuff like that, it is good to go. I've been using mine for a month or so now. So yeah, so I hope that you liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you're having an amazing day and you're gonna have a lovely Christmas. All I have to say now is bye.